Maximize your floor plan with Next Gear Capital's account portal. From title management to non-auction purchases, audit details, and much more. Account Portal is the one-stop shop platform that empowers your business to run more efficiently.
This is Automotive Industry News.
Hi, I'm Veronica Canvas, and welcome to another edition of Automotive Industry News. Our top stories. An update on what's happening in Washington and how it could impact the used vehicle industry. And a couple of new cars fetch big money at the auction. But first, capital and cash flow is the theme of the current issue of BHPH Dealer Magazine, which includes plenty of ways to help a buy here, pay here operation in those areas. That includes ways to pull off the balancing act between sources of cash coming in and uses of cash going out. There's also a look at a game-changing new source of funding for small BHPH operators, ideas on how technology, powered by artificial intelligence and machine learning, can help you treat your money right to optimize capital and cash flow, the pros and cons of various methods of acquiring capital, and much more. You can see it all now at bhphdealermag.com. More in a moment.
Next Gear Capital's Account Portal is an intuitive account management platform with benefits such as free access to valuation tools, a centralized title area, and a comprehensive dashboard that offers the most relevant info. Account Portal is constantly evolving to ensure dealers get what they need. Visit nextgearcapital.com today.
Big things are happening these days in Washington, D.C. That's big as in big money, as President Biden began his administration with a $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill and has now moved on to an even more expensive infrastructure proposal. Tracking everything going on in government and what it all means for independent vehicle dealers is Brett Scott, NIADA's Vice President of Government Affairs. Brett joins us now to fill us in on the latest news from Washington and how it can impact you.
The biggest news this year has been the latest COVID-19 relief bill, which was passed by Congress and signed into law last month. Can you give us an idea of how that has impacted the used vehicle industry? And will there be any lasting impact?
Sure. So thank you for the question. When COVID hit last year, we worked to ensure that our members were considered critical under CISA guidelines. And in doing so, it allowed our members to support their local communities that were already hurting from a countrywide lockdown. And as restaurants were shutting down and public transportation was extremely limited, the first rounds of stimulus checks provided consumers the opportunity to purchase used vehicles and provide additional options on traveling to outside employment that were not already accessible via public transportation. And then with this latest COVID relief bill, providing individuals $1,400 checks and families of four $5,600 checks, it gave consumers the means to place a meaningful down payment or purchase a used car or truck. And then in a similar vein, we were also happy to see the PPP application deadline extended from the end of March to the end of May, allowing our members ample time to ensure their applications were submitted and detailed right out of the gate. And then regarding lasting impact, as the economy begins to grow and open up and people are starting to get vaccinated, the used car market demand will only increase.
The latest major bill currently being debated is President Biden's massive infrastructure bill. What can you tell us about that bill? What should independent dealers be aware of or concerned about in the bill?
Sure. So we support any investments in infrastructure, but I think the real question is at what cost? Biden's proposal of raising corporate taxes on those making $400,000 or over could potentially affect the majority of our members that are S Corps or LLCs. In addition, the proposal focuses on moving away from gas-powered vehicles to electric vehicles. And while we support a clean environment and the need for EVs, there are some additional questions that need to be addressed. Are consumers able to afford electric vehicles? Is the market able to handle going fully electric? And do independent dealers and repair shops have the resources to safely and adequately maintain these vehicles? So these are some questions that need to be addressed as Congress negotiates on bill language.
What else is happening in Washington that is of interest to dealers?
So I guess the real question is, what isn't happening in Washington? So we're closely monitoring a few things. Ambassador Tai was recently confirmed at USTR, and we look forward to engaging with her staff over USMCA. We are also closely monitoring the confirmation of Rohit Chopra, and we look forward to engaging with CFPB and his agency and staff to build a strong relationship. And then lastly, we're launching a new segment called Coffees with Congress that allows our members to engage with their respective members of Congress. So be on the lookout for that coming soon.
We'll be right back with more automotive industry news.
Next Gear Capital's Account Portal is an intuitive account management platform with benefits such as free access to valuation tools, a centralized title area, and a comprehensive dashboard that offers the most relevant info. Account Portal is constantly evolving to ensure dealers get what they need. Visit nextgearcapital.com today.
Used cars are the stars at most auto auctions. But last month, 2 new cars, so new they haven't even started production yet, stole the show at the famous Barrett Jackson auction in Arizona. While a classic car brought the biggest price, a 1966 Shelby Cobra Super Snake owned by Carroll Shelby himself sold for $5.5 million. It was a pair of new vehicles that made the biggest news. Ford made a splash in 2019 when it announced it was bringing back the iconic Bronco SUV. The vehicle is set to hit the market this year, and the first new Bronco off the assembly line made a splash of its own when it fetched $1,075,000. That's just a bit more than the suggested retail price of $60,000. All proceeds from the sale will go to charities, the National Forest Foundation and Outward Bound, which provides outdoor educational experiences for youth and adults. The vehicle number 001 had not actually been built at the time of auction. It was replaced by a show vehicle in the auction lane. The buyer was not identified by the auction, but he did do an interview for Barrett Jackson's broadcast of the event.
Sold $1,075,000. $1.075 million. Thank you, sir.
So, Tim, congratulations. Now, listen, you must really want to go out to dinner with Dave because we were at about 800,000, and Dave comes up
through the
talking about
dinner
sketches and designs. Oh, and by the way, you can have dinner with me at the end of the day.
Perfect.
Next thing you know, $1,700,000.
He's buying them.
He's buying them. Dave, come on. So, how does this feel?
It's great. It's got, you're going to see it again. There's a lot of great things going to happen with this. It's not going into a private collection.
Excellent, excellent. So you're going to get out there and use this?
You'll see.
Oh, really?
There's a plan.
It's intriguing. What do you think's going on here, Dave?
He might have told me a little. I can't tell you.
Okay, very much. Tell us a little bit about the car, though.
Yeah, so this is, he's purchased VIN number 1 of the all-new Bronco. So it's been out of production for 25 years. It's back now, and he's going to be the proud owner of the very first one. So this is just really, really a special day for us. We've been working hard at this at Ford, and we've been waiting for this day for a long time.
The car looks unbelievable. Tell me about your commitment to the outdoors and wildlife, and also to helping kids, through their experiences in the outdoor, develop new skills.
Yeah, that's extremely important to us at Ford. So we want people to go out into the wild. We want them to enjoy it, but we want to do our part in preserving, restoring, and then educating, as you said. So we're going to donate for the sale of every Bronco. There will be money that will be donated to go to that cause, the National Forest Foundation and Outward Bound, so that we can educate, preserve, and restore.
So that's an ongoing commitment.
It's an ongoing commitment from Ford Motor Company.
Another new take on an old brand came from General Motors, which this year is introducing an electric version of the legendary Hummer. And like the first Bronco, Hummer number 001 was a hit at the auction, selling to an unidentified buyer for $2.5 million. As with the Bronco, a show vehicle stood in for the real thing, which had not yet been manufactured. The entire purchase amount was donated to charity. In this case, to Tunnel Two Towers Foundation, which gives mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured veterans and families of fallen military members and first responders.
Wow. For some moments, there just aren't words.
Thanks for watching this edition of Automotive Industry News. I'm Veronica Campus.